You love your dog. Everything you do for them, you do out of love. The hugs, the excited greetings, the way you talk to them, the way you look at them, the way you show them how much they mean to you. And your dog, every single day, is quietly confused by almost all of it. Not because you're a bad owner, but because you are human, and your dog is not. Today I'm going to show you 5 things you do every single day that your dog genuinely does not understand. Some of them will surprise you. One of them you're probably doing right now. The truth about your dog. Here is something that most dog owners never think about. You and your dog speak completely different languages. Not just different words, different systems, different instincts, different evolutionary histories stretching back thousands of years. Research from Arizona State University found that humans typically do not have a good understanding of the emotional state of their dog, because people judge the dog's emotions according to the situation they observe, not the dog's actual behavior. Our dogs are trying to communicate with us, the researchers noted, but we humans seem determined to look at everything except the poor dog himself. This gap between what you think you are communicating and what your dog actually receives is happening every single day. And your dog, who cannot correct you, cannot explain, cannot say, "Wait, that is not what I meant," simply does their best to figure out what you want. They have been doing this their entire life, with patience you do not deserve and loyalty you have not yet fully understood. Before you knew what to look for. Before we go through the 5 things, here is something important to understand. Your dog is not confused by you because they are not smart enough. Dog behavior is extraordinarily flexible. This is exactly why dogs can live in our homes, come to cafes with us, and adapt to the endless variety of human behavior. Nevertheless, there are ways in which evolution has simply not equipped dogs for every challenge of living in our world. And these are the places where confusion lives. Every item on this list is not a failure of your dog. It is a collision between 2 completely different species, one of whom never got the instruction manual for the other. Now let's go through them. This is what happened after. Thing 1. You hug them every day, multiple times, with love and warmth and the best possible intentions. And your dog tolerates it, sometimes. But what is happening inside them in that moment is not what you think. Dogs are cursorial animals. They are built for swift movement. Their first line of defense in any threatening situation is not to fight. It is to run. When you hug your dog, you take that option away from them. Their most fundamental escape mechanism, the one evolution spent thousands of years perfecting, is gone. And for many dogs, this triggers a stress response they cannot control. Psychology professor Stanley Coren of the University of British Columbia analyzed 250 photographs of people hugging their dogs. In 81.6% of the photos, the dogs were showing at least one clear sign of discomfort, stress, or anxiety. Signs like turning the head away, ears flattened, half-moon eye, and lip licking. All signals that the dog was not comfortable and was simply enduring the moment. Your dog is not hugging you back. They are waiting for it to end. This does not mean you cannot hug your dog. Some dogs genuinely love it, and yours may be one of them. But watch what their body does next time. If their ears go back, if they look away, if they lick their lips, they are telling you something in the only language they have. Thing 2. You use inconsistent words. You want your dog to get off the couch. Monday you say down. Tuesday you say off. Wednesday, you say, "Get down from there." Thursday, you just point and make a frustrated sound. To you, these all mean the same thing. Dogs do not have an inherent understanding of human language the way we assume they do. Over time, they learn to associate specific sounds with specific consequences. But when those sounds change constantly, when the same request arrives in a different package every time, the dog has no reliable pattern to follow. They are not being stubborn. They genuinely do not know which version of the signal is the correct one. Adding to this confusion is the human habit of projecting emotions onto dogs, assuming the dog understands not just the word, but the frustration behind it, the context around it, and the specific meaning intended in that exact moment. Dogs are trying to understand you, but they need consistency to do it. Pick one word, use it every time. Your dog will learn it and respond far faster than you expect. Thing 3. You stare at them. You are relaxing on the couch. Your dog is across the room. You look at them because they are beautiful and you love them, and sometimes you just want to look at your dog and they look away. Shift position. Sometimes leave the room entirely. You think they are being aloof. They are not. Scientific research has shown that dogs evaluate direct eye contact from humans as a potential threat signal. When a threatening human face, including prolonged direct eye contact, is directed at a dog, it evokes an avoidance response. Dogs process threatening human expressions through a distinctive neurological pathway specifically designed to register and respond to social threat. In dog language, a direct, sustained stare is a challenge. It is what dominant animals do to signal confrontation. It is what predators do before they attack. Your dog looks away not because they are ignoring you. They are breaking the stare, performing a calming signal, telling you they are not a threat, and asking you to please stop doing the thing that reads as aggression in every language they know. If you want to make eye contact with your dog in a way that feels safe to them, soften your eyes. Blink slowly. Look and then look away. You are not a predator. Show them. The moment most owners always miss. Thing 4. Your goodbye. Every morning, you grab your bag, you find your keys, and before you leave, you go to your dog, you crouch down, you hold their face, you tell them you will be back soon, that you love them, that they are a good boy or a good girl. Your voice gets emotional, you hug them one more time, and then you leave, and you think this ritual is comforting for them. It is not. Research investigating the effect of departure interactions on dogs found that high arousal, emotionally charged goodbyes are directly linked to increased separation-related behaviors in dogs. The excitement and emotional intensity of the departure, which owners intend as reassurance, actually signals to the dog that something significant and potentially distressing is happening. Think about what your dog reads from that goodbye. Your body language is tense, your voice is different from normal. You are giving them unusual amounts of attention right before disappearing for hours. To them, your goodbye is not reassurance, it is a warning. The calmer and more ordinary your departure, the lower your dog's anxiety when you are gone. A brief, quiet goodbye. No long speeches, no elevated emotion. Just normal. Business as usual. Your dog will be calmer for hours because of those 30 seconds. Why your dog always new thing? Ikain. You laugh at them when they are scared. Your dog is terrified of the vacuum cleaner, or thunder, or the neighbor's car. And when it happens, they do something that looks ridiculous. They hide behind your legs. They bark at nothing. They pace and whine and generally behave in a way that objectively is a little bit funny. And you laugh, or you smile, Or you say, "Silly dog, there is nothing to be afraid of," in an amused voice. Research from Arizona State University found that people often judge a dog's emotions entirely based on the context they observe, not what the dog is actually doing. In one experiment, when people saw a dog reacting to a vacuum cleaner, everyone reported the dog was agitated. When they saw the exact same behavior in a different context, they reported the dog was happy and calm. People were not reading the dog at all. They were reading the situation and projecting onto the dog. When your dog is scared and you laugh or dismiss it or try to talk them out of it with logic, you are not helping them. You are confirming in your body language and tone that this moment is unusual, that something about it warrants a reaction from you. What your dog needs when they are frightened is not laughter and not a speech. They need you to be calm, boring, completely unbothered, because you are the most important cue in your dog's entire environment. If you are calm, they can learn to be calm. If you are amused, they have no anchor. What your dog did when you weren't watching your dog has been doing something extraordinary this entire time. Through every confused hug, every inconsistent command, every prolonged stare, every emotional goodbye, every moment you laughed at their fear, they adapted. On the whole, dogs show a remarkable ability to adapt to the puzzles we throw at them. Their behavioral flexibility offers us lessons in resilience and how to live simply and socially. Our challenge is to understand the absence of guile and malice in everything they do. Your dog has never been angry at you for confusing them, never held a grudge, never decided you were not worth figuring out. Every single day, they came back to you, tried again, looked for the pattern, looked for the cue, looked for the version of you they could understand, the language they share. So here are the 5 things you do every day that confuse your dog. You hug them, and their escape instinct activates. You use different words for the same command, and they have no reliable pattern to follow. You stare at them, and their threat detection system fires. You give them an emotional goodbye, and their anxiety for the day begins right there. You laugh when they are scared, and they lose their most important source of calm. None of these make you a bad owner. All of them are fixable, starting today, starting with the very next interaction you have with your dog. Now you know, watch your dog today. Watch them the next time you go to hug them. Notice if they lean in or lean away. Watch what their ears do. Use one word for each command, just one, every time. The next time you catch yourself staring, blink slowly. Look away first. Let them feel safe. Tomorrow morning, leave quietly. No long goodbye, just calm and normal. And the next time they are scared of something ridiculous, be the most boring person in the room. These 5 changes cost you nothing. To your dog, they will mean everything. If you want to know the 5 things your dog does every day that most owners completely misread, I have a video on that right here. See you in the next one.